Incursions, everybody. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Bit of a change. I'm going to start the video getting some footage. This is footage taking you in these 3 minutes. I have time coded the video, so for the first 3 minutes, we're going to be talking about or showcasing the climb up. But then we're going to go and talk about in part 2 about some of the various different champions you can use, what the community are using, and then finishing off with some other things like hacks. So yeah, the video is broken up into different segments. But first of all, I wanted to show some footage of Aegon. This is my Aegon absolutely obliterating stuff. Bit of a wobble here against Gore, especially as I think I was just like too over eager, but I think I was worried the AI would catch me, but you can see that I shouldn't have done that. That's sometimes a bit of a silly play. But what the good play is stuff like this. So one thing that I was doing is hitting into blocks a few times. Screw the AI, man. Like, you just got to go balls to the walls. If you want to see the hacks that I'm using, you'll see it in a second. But I just want to show what the hacks I had chosen, the damage potential it could get. Hitting through the block, doing a good amount of criticals through the block as damage in general, you can see right there. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't need to worry about the AI. Make sure as well to use your boosts. Boosting up is so important, especially for what you can do for this. There were other champions I used for the team, but mainly the team or the build is around Aegon, and that's just because, well, he's the most important one. As Aegon has true accuracy, he also that counters auto block and evade. It makes him very good to take on a few science and tech based champions. The same thing with Bullseye. Bullseye also has miscountering, which is very important. Something I would advise if you make a mistake, which I did there, by the way, thanks to Kabams for the free revives. If you can get yourself just revived right there, put the revive on the champion just before you get to the health up station, which of course is very important. I did check if I had any other stuff, but just go there and get your champions up at that revive and health up station. But revive first, because then it costs less and you of course get more from it. Anyway, it's just a freight train really. Look at that, just absolutely obliterates. If I had I'd say the combos up higher, I may have done a bit more, but it doesn't matter at all. This is very, very nice. 100,000s of crits. Crits every moment, every hit, critting for hundreds of thousands. It's so nice. Now, this isn't the quintessential champion to go for. I just like this. Angela did very well as well, which is great. But at the end of the day, Aegon is always nice to use. 400k right there in that hit is very nice. Now, I did mess up with Aegon in this particular fight, but hey, Angela finishes off everything. And yeah, I can be very happy that I indeed got to the final point, which, hello everybody, we can then go to right now. So part 2 of the video is hacks that I used. The team, of course, that I used was Aegon, Angela and Bullseye, all of which have their own qualities. We'll talk about champions in a minute and what you're using, because it's not just about what I use to get to sector 15. It's all about as well what you guys and gals are using effectively. So I begun with kill and chill. Well, I begun with buff cornucopia. Buff cornucopia was the main factor. As a lot of the champions, well, mainly Angela and Aegon get buffs, so therefore if they get buffs, they're going to get more buffs with buff cornucopia. Even better when you get to a certain amount of hits with Aegon as part of his combo meter, as you're able to get a lot more from him, which means you could randomly get anything. That is going to come back to be an important factor when we look at lesser hacks as well. I do have kill and chill. I kind of felt like the furthest I went, which is when a damaging debuff expires on the opponent, they gain an indefinite bulwark passive, which improves block proficiency. To be honest, I shouldn't have got that one, but I think it was limited what I got to choose at that early stage, because you get to choose 2 hacks before going in. By the way, go in. If you don't see the hacks that you want, first off, come back out, wait 5 minutes, go back in again if there's a setup that you particularly want for the rest of it. But I don't think I should have chosen that, mainly because a lot of the damaging debuffs, unless I get a hack that benefits from doing that, just not really important, because that's an SP2 rotation for Aegon rather than anything else. And it doesn't really benefit Angela. I do have keep going. Every 10 hits the attacker's combo meter applies a armor break debuff on the defender. That's important. Do a bit of damage, helps out, improves 60% of their attack rating for 10 seconds. So yep, that's helpful. The all-out effects. Attackers gain 10% increased buff and debuff duration, handy for Aegon, especially if he gets hit. But I wasn't ever playing Aegon. I couldn't get up to 999 combos because I finished off, I think it was like 500 or something, or even less than that. So there didn't seem any point to kind of push any further. That would be really beneficial when you're getting to the 999, but it's still handy if you get hit, because then you get Furies on longer, but also benefits for buff cornucopia, keeping buffs on longer, and the same thing would benefit Angela as well. Attribute boost multiplier, essentially, do more damage, effects last longer, you know, all the stuff that's beneficial to all of the above, all of the sideways, all of the things down below. Enabled, the common hacks. So for common hacks, a critical damage rating, I think that's important. That helps out because we've got Aegon doing critical damage, so why don't he do a lot more critical damage? Same thing for Angela. Bleeds, SP2 for Aegon, that's why that's that. Attack rating boost, makes sense. Attack surge, unique buff count. I start off a pre-fight Odin on for Aegon, so attack rating for each unique buff on the attacker. So yeah, I'll get a lot of buffs. The same thing with attack surge buff. Hey, champions get buffs? Well, add in buff count, attack increasing hacks. That's pretty massive right there between those two. Also, attribute critical rating, handy to get yourself off the starting point, and also other champions that link into that one. For example, Guillotine Deathless, because she's like, if you get a crit, you do a degen. I think that's the case. But there's a lot of champions that are similar to that one. They get crit rating, they do things. Attack enhancement specials, just do a lot increased special damage. Goes without saying. Attack enhancement medium, and I think I just chose that because that was the only one available that really kind of sung to what I wanted to do with Aegon, so I'm pretty happy with that one. But yeah, those have been the hacks that I chose. I put a link in the description to this spreadsheet if you do want to check it out. And yeah, this is not if I did, by the way, if I did all of this, it'd take me hours and days to kind of produce one for every single champion build and option. Let's go to what players are suggesting and working well for them, because hey, worked well for me to get to zone 15, zone 16, but that may not be what you need. You may not go with Aegon with the Odin pre-fight. You may put it on Angela or another champion, and the same thing when it comes to Bullseye. By the way, Bullseye was just really used to help out, have a miss counter that could also be effective, and it's a rank 3 7-star for me, so it's kind of a no-brainer. You can see on screen there's various champions that are Saga champions that can really help out, take you further into the zones. But do bear in mind, it might be handy to have some that have true accuracy, countering in some sort of way, shape or form, or you can pick up a hack or two down the line that can help you out. But yes, there's lots of different helpful champions that can be of benefit. You can do various team ideas. I'm sure the Odin pre-fight will be something that will benefit. By the way, that means that you just kind of put him into the first sector, you then go to the first fight, you then put the pre-fight on, you then use with the champion you want to have that benefit of those three buffs. Then in the next zone, you then remove him from your team and add in a champion that you want to have in general. Go to the forum thread, which I put a link to in the description. You can see a lot of players with their suggestions of who they used. Angela, it's Dragon there. Angela and Odin, perfect incursions runs in general. Bring these two, pick buff, cornucopia, and prosper. That's definitely one way to kind of approach it. Aegon with pre-fights, of course, is a different sell for everybody. I think a lot of people are very, very good with that one. Someone using Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, which I think is fantastic. That's always good to see like somebody using different options. Another Angela, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Future Ant-Man, and Bullseye. Popped on 2 Odin pre-fights as well. You can double up. That's well, I don't know. Can you double up? I didn't try it, but not to say, it could work. Using Vox. A lot of people said Vox. Gladiator and Hyperion with buff cornucopia. Vox is shredding this meta, especially since some of the boss defenders focus on auto block mechanics. excuse me, Maestro and Penny Parker. Aegon, Cosmic, Ghost Rider, and Guillotine 2099. Again, each to their own with who they're using. Aegon plus power when you get Fury, buff hack, permanent stun lock after 300 combo. I haven't tried that. I tried to get there, but I don't think I was able to get the hack for it for some reason, or whatever happens. Venom with Odin pre-fight soloed. Nice. I think a lot of decent things are working for people. Go and check out the thread, which I'll put a link to in the description. But it's always pretty exciting to see like who people are using, how much fun they're having. You know, some with Scorpion and Cosmic Ghost Rider. I think a lot of people are enjoying it. I personally really enjoyed this. This is the first time in a long time that I've just gone, I really enjoy this Incursions, this Saga Incursions. I had a lot of fun. And when you're having a lot of fun in MCOC, I think it's important to say about it, because a lot of the time, you kind of feel like you're not having as much fun as maybe you should be. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. So props to Kabam. I enjoyed myself. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you use some of the champions that we've talked about? Thank you very much for watching this video. Check out some other content located on the screen, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye for now.